Soundstripe.
Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Soundstripe.
Let's get in the spirit of New Year. Well, thank you for joining me. This is Real Talk with Elaine. And I just wanted to stop by today to wish everyone a happy New Year. And thank you for joining me on my journey this year, on my GLP-1 journey. I have been on Manjaro since, for those of you who are new, welcome. I hope you are making great strides for your new year. And if this is where you're starting right now, I want to tell you, you have absolutely made the best decision of your life, because now you will be in control of your weight, your health, your metabolic health, and everything. If you're joining us in 2025, welcome, and stay along for the ride. And I'm going to share some things with you that's going to be very important as you embark on your journey this new year. And for all my return Real Talk with Elaine fans, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for our GLP-1 community. You know who you are. You have stuck by me. You've helped me. You have encouraged me when I felt like things I wanted to just give up. And I just tell you, you are amazing. And I pray that your new year will be even more fabulous as you continue on your journey, as I will continue on mine. So, jumping right into today, and first of all, let me apologize for my voice. I just got back from Vegas for Christmas and had a wonderful time there. But every time I go on vacation, I come home and I get sick. So I have a horrible sinus infection. So I have been very, very sick all night. Wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to have the strength to do this. I was going to go live, and I decided not to do live because I just wanted to make sure I would be okay. So thank you for joining me on today. So what I am going to do is talk to you about, as you saw, the title of this video is the audacity of a New Year's resolution. And that's really funny because I know all of my life, I have always heard, oh, you got to make New Year's resolutions, you got to plan things, and we very rarely stick with it. Not even through the first week sometimes, definitely not through the first 30 days. So we just want to talk about, how in this Audacity series, and this is series number 7, and if you haven't checked out the rest of my Audacity series, please go back and review them. This content on this channel really speaks to dealing with root causes of our obesity and health issues. So we're not just here to shoot them up and then just walk on and do things that we've been doing all along. We're here to change our patterns and our behaviors. And we're also here to dig deep into your background as to what has caused you, whether it be something involving your mental capacity, whether it be how you were raised, and the community or environment that you were raised in. Whatever it is, we want to dig deeper and make sure that we are looking at how we can change some of these behaviors that has led us to this point of facing obesity, some of us morbid obesity. So just so you know, again, for my newbies, my journey started on April 29th, 2024. I've been on Manjaro. I started on 5 milligrams. So if you're just starting and your doctor has you on 2.5, that's fine, because that is your loading dose. But after the 2.5, you'll move up to 5 milligram, and then you'll do 7.5, and then you'll move to 10, and then 12.5, and then the final dose as of now is 15. So I just want you to know, if your doctor started you on 5, it may be because you have more weight to lose, as I did. I started out at 300 pounds. I have successfully lost 56 pounds thus far. And, as my community that works with me and encourages me know, I have been dealing with some stalling, but my stalls are really due to the fact that I have other health comorbidities, and one being lymphedema. And that has been a challenge for me after I dropped this first 56 pounds. But I know what I have to do, and I'm going to get on it. So for me, my new year is to address that and not just take it for granted and deal with my lymphedema more productively. So just wanted you to know that this is something that you have to look at everything that you've done and try to make those differences in your life. So why do New Year's resolutions fail? Can anybody tell me why have you ever made a New Year's resolution and it fails? Why do New Year's resolutions fail? Well, I'll tell you a few of the reasons why mine. Number one, I've set unrealistic goals. Even if you're new starting on this journey, think about it. You should not come in and say, oh, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in the next 6 months. Many of us can tell you that's not realistic. Some people have. And again, it really depends on where your body weight starts and what commitments you have to doing additional things like exercising and changing your eating habits and making sure you're maximizing your protein intake each day. If you're not doing those things, it's not likely that this is, even though we all like to refer to this as a miracle medication, the only miracle is that it does an amazing job assisting us and being a tool to some things that we were not able to do independently because of insulin resistance or, other having GLP deficiencies or whatever. So that is the reason why we use this as a tool, but it's not really a miracle drug because you have to do things on your own. You got to work for it. And so just wanted to make sure you guys know that. But unrealistic goals, people sometimes set goals and that are a little bit too ambitious or unattainable. And at the end of the day, those goals can become very discouraging. So it's important that we look at how we, if our goals are realistic and measurable. I like to say that because you have to be able to measure your goals. Just like you do for your work environment, you do the same thing for this. So you have to be able to realistically measure how soon you want to do that. We all set goals, and we may set our goals for the next 90 days, 120 days, whatever. But we set those goals and we do what we need to do to work through those goals. Next, another reason why our New Year's resolutions fail is because of lack of specificity. Okay. Specificity. Okay. I'm trying to say that word and I'm being sick is not helping, but you know what I mean. It's up here on the screen. So, vague resolutions like I'm just going to get fit. That is not nothing. That's nothing. You making a vague resolution like that is not really. And remember, I said on the last slide, you must show your measurable goals. Your goals have to be measurable. But just saying, I want to get fit, you're not setting anything to measure it. You're not saying how you're going to get fit. You're not saying what tools you're going to use to get fit. So, same thing with saving money. Oh my God, that's like horrible for me. My husband is really good at saving money and being conservative. But for me, I would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to save. But I will tell you, for the newbies, and I don't know if any of my old GLP family can attest to this, since I've been on GLP-1 medications, I have money that goes to a savings account every month. And like I knew I was going to go to Vegas in December, and my husband pretty much took care of the entire trip. So he doesn't gamble. So I wanted to save up to have my gambling money. I had way more than enough money that I didn't even have to take all of it to go gamble with because I had money going to this online savings account. If you haven't done that yet, if you're looking, especially if you're on this medication and you're looking to save some money where you can't just get access to it in the next 5-10 minutes, do an online savings account. I went to a fiduciary financial training one day, and I'm telling you, financial fitness training, and I'm telling you, this one lady shared that with us, and she told us about Marcus Goldman Sachs. And so, if you have not heard of them, Google them, Marcus Goldman Sachs. You can set up an online account with them and have your check roll over a certain amount of money every pay period. And you don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think about it. But I do have things in mind that I would like to do with it. So now I'm finished with my trip stuff. And I still, like I said, had plenty of money left over. I will now look at what my new goal is for saving for this new year. I want a new refrigerator because, all this medicine that we're getting, I need somewhere to store it. But I do, that's one of my new goals. I want a new washer and dryer. So those are things you can set it up for. Set your accounts up for different things. And that's an online account. You do not get a bank card for it, so you can't just go draw money out at any time. When I know I need to take money out of it, it takes almost 24 hours for me to get it. So it gives me time to think about, do I really need to go digging in that savings? So, and another good thing is being on this journey. I didn't miss the money because I'm not stopping at fast food restaurants every day. I eat more healthier, and I'm not just running and I'm not spending as much money anymore on food, even on groceries. Good Lord, I mean, like my family, my husband and my son who stay here with me, they probably like, are we ever going to eat? I mean, it's very rare that I really go grocery shopping, and when I do a load of things that is healthy for us. And if they don't want to eat healthy, they go get what they want. So most of the time they'll just go with what I cook. So that's been a blessing this year. But again, without clear plans or measurable milestones, it can make it hard to track your progress. And even with tracking, the GLP-1 community got on me so bad because part of why they thought that I was having issues with my stalls is because I wasn't tracking. I wasn't eating enough. And so that's another thing. So I have been now, I did track for about 2 weeks, and I've been, really looking at how I've been eating and making sure I'm prioritizing more protein as I eat. So I did find that I feel better, despite the fact that I'm sick right now, but I do feel better. When I was in Vegas, I was taking pictures of my food, which I'll show for my end of week this Friday when I do my weekly check-in video. I'll show all the pictures from Vegas and some of the foods I was eating. I think I even did a live while I was there and I was eating, and I felt so good about actually getting more food in. So make sure that you are tracking your progress. The other thing, other reason why resolutions fail is loss of motivation. Motivation can wane over a time, okay? Especially if immediate results aren't visible. This is the reason why we've had problems. For those who are new in this community, this is the main reason why we've had problems with the insurance companies even wanting to cover these medications. Because so many people get on them, and again, they're setting unrealistic goals. They're not being specific about what they need to do. And immediately they lose motivation because they're not losing as fast. These TikTok videos and all these things that you all are watching, get off of it. If you know that you are highly influenced by what you see on some of those videos, you need to back away from it. Because if it's not healthy for you, if it makes you get discouraged because you're comparing yourself to someone else. I had a friend that I met in the GLP-1 community. I hope to be meeting with her soon. Her name is Holly. And Holly said that comparison is a thief of joy. Comparison is a thief of joy. So if you understand that, I mean, when she said that, I was like, ooh, yes, it is. Because when you're comparing yourself to someone else, you're taking away the joy that you can be receiving and looking at your own results. If you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, what I would give now for the past 3-4 months, I have not really moved on the scale as much. But I mean, when I lose a pound, I'm excited, So if you're losing a pound or two every week, be grateful, look at yourself and pat yourself on the back and say, I've done a good job. Okay, so don't lose your motivation because it really does hurt. And so many people drop off the wagon within the first month of trying these meds. And the insurance companies are mad because they pay like $1,200-$1,300 for this medication for you. And then you stop taking it. So they're like, well, that was a waste. So that's why they're giving people such a hard time and making everybody do prior authorization, sometimes numerous times a year, because that's what's happening. All right, so keep that in mind. The next reason why we fall off on the New Year's resolution is there's no accountability. Guys, you're here. This is no excuse. You are here. The accountability is here in our YouTube GLP-1 community. Oh my goodness. If you are new, please catch one of our lives. For all my my GLP-1 friends, please, in the comment section, please put your channels in the comment section. I am approving you all to do that. I do not have a problem with you doing that. If you're part of the GLP-1 community and you know who you are and you do videos on a weekly basis, please throw your handle in my comment section so that anybody viewing this video will have an opportunity to log on and look and follow you as well. I want all of us to invite the new 2025 folks to our channels and let them see what a supportive community we have. I'm telling you, that's all the accountability you need, because they're going to stay on you. When you comment and you say, oh, I fell off the wagon, oh, I did this, we're going to love on you, but we're going to also encourage you to do what you know you need to do, because we don't want to leave anyone behind on this journey. We know what it's done for our lives, and we want it to do the same thing for you. So you must have accountability. Without someone to share your progress with or to hold you accountable, it's easy to fall off track. So we want to make sure that you are doing it. And finally, some of us fall off because we really did not address those underlying issues. As I told you, my Audacity series, that's what I primarily do in this series, is I look at how my life has played a part in my up and down weight loss and weight gain. For many, many years, I've been going through this. And those who are close to me, they may not tell me all the time that they've noticed that, but they have. And I know because I noticed it. And so it's been a challenge. In my weekly update this week, I pulled some pictures back all the way from like 2011, 2014, 2018, that I just want to show you the different variations. I mean, I have changed up and down, up and down. And you know that that's difficult on your metabolic system as well. When your body is going through those drastic weight gains and weight losses, that's not good for you. So you have to get a hold of it. And that's what my goal is to do, is to get a hold of it and stick with it. But I had to go back and dive deep into some of the things going on in my past, some of the challenges, some of the behaviors, some of the childhood trauma that I dealt with. And so if you really need to catch up on those videos, please, by all means, go into my channel at Real Talk with Elaine and look at all of my Audacity series. So some of them do get really, really deep. And just want to make sure that if you have not resolved some of the things that has led to you having weight issues, even if it's health, medical situations, comorbidities. If you have diabetes, this is the best medication for you to be on. My A1C has come down so much since I've been on here, okay? So understand, if you have any other medical conditions or any other unresolved areas of your life, I always encourage everyone to go into therapy. I think that's very helpful. I've gone into therapy and it has been an amazing time for me to really connect with some of those things and deal with it. It's healthy and it's good. And also exercise and getting yourself, if you haven't exercised, I don't care, even if you have to do chair exercises to start out. I started walking this year and I fell in love with it. And so understand that that's something that you have to do. Again, this medication is a tool, not a miracle drug. Okay. Um, if you want to increase your chances of being successful, it helps to just be in specific, really, and setting realistic goals. Don't forget about that. Break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. If it's things that you can't just do all at one time. I had a pastor one time that said, it's hard to change 4 or 5 behaviors at once. But take one thing at a time and work on it. So you decide what you're going to do. We're having a great vision board with Downsizing Diva, who's one of our community content creators. So we're having a vision board night tomorrow night on New Year's, and all of us have been charged to come with our vision for 2025. Even if it's too late for you to try to put it together or whatever, just join us tomorrow night. I believe it's at 9 o'clock. But I'll make sure she puts her information in the description and invite you all on the link so you all can come and join the vision board session on tomorrow night. That should be really fun. So I really hope that you all can join us, especially our new people. So if you're going to try GLP-1s, and that's glucagon-like peptides for this year, there are several things that you can benefit from it. And number one, you're going to definitely experience weight loss. That is a side effect of it. The different medications that they have is Ozempic, semaglutide, which is the active agent in Ozempic and Wegovy, and then tirzepatide, which is the active agent in Mounjaro and Zepbound. So these reduce our appetite and slow our stomach emptying. So it makes you feel full a lot longer, and this can help you with your weight loss. Next, if you are type 2 or even if you're pre-diabetic, it will control your blood sugar. That has been amazing for many people. All of the testimonies have been the same. I haven't heard anyone yet that said that they've been on this medication for type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, and their A1Cs didn't go down. So this has been an amazing benefit. Another benefit is cardiovascular health. For me, I was on high blood pressure medications before I started this, and my doctor took me off because my pressure was coming in very, very low. And he was like, nope, you're coming off of it. So I got pulled off of my high blood pressure meds, and my blood pressure is like a teenager. It is very good, perfect, and I haven't had any problems with it at all. And then you do have other health benefits, such as it reduces inflammation. As I told you, I do have lymphedema, and even when I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to do for my lymphedema, like be on my machine, my compression machine, or wear my compression stocks, or even doing walking to help give more exercise and get my blood flowing or whatever, that the inflammation is still a whole lot better than if I was never in this medication. So the reduction of inflammation, should I say, is much better. So they have research, and they're looking at how it's treat Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. There's so many different studies that they're still running with these medications and that it's doing. I even heard of cancer, so I'm just telling you, you guys, I think that we are embarking on something really great that overall help us stay healthy, feel healthy, be healthy. So if you are thinking about joining us this year, if this is your New Year's resolution, I want you to have the audacity to sit down and make a plan. Talk to your healthcare providers. Of course, You don't start any medication without that. There's so many different tricks on the internet of people saying they're selling it, and don't do that. Don't fall for that. Make sure you go through a reputable healthcare provider. There are some online companies that's doing compounds. That's kind of iffy right now whether that will last beyond March. But stay in tune with our channels, and we will certainly keep you abreast of that. But the brand name medications, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro, they're going to be here to stay. And so, if you need to talk with your doctor about it, do that. If you need to talk to one of us about it, and you can always reach out to us. Just send us your information in our comments and say, that you want to reach out to one of us, and we'll be happy to talk with you more about it offline. All right, so I don't know what you're doing for getting ready for 2025, but looks like I'm going to be sitting here pumping medications in me for the rest of the night because I really feel horrible and I know I sound it. So, but I just want to wish all of you a happy new year. Please be safe. And if you go out tonight, just know that, think about the choices that you make, and try to enjoy your life and think about what your future means to you, because being healthier is always the greater choice for us. And I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. God bless you, and I'll see you all soon. Happy New Year.